As the 2025 NFL season approaches, the Chicago Bears are actively evaluating their running back room. With the start of training camp just around the corner and free agency offering limited help, General Manager Ryan Poles and head coach Matt Eberflus might turn to the trade market to find more backfield support. While young talents like Kyle Monangai and Rashawn Johnson show promise, the Bears might not want to rely solely on unproven players as they attempt to support rookie quarterback Caleb Williams with a solid run game. The free agent pool has thinned considerably. Nick Chubb has reportedly agreed to a deal with the Houston Texans, and J.K. Dobbins recently visited the Denver Broncos. While both are solid names, neither appears to be a game-changing addition at this point in their careers, especially when weighing health concerns and contract demands. For now, it seems the Bears are taking a wait-and-see approach, hoping to see what Monangai and Johnson can offer in training camp and preseason. This approach mirrors the Bears' off-season strategy in other areas. When veteran defensive tackle Grady Jarrett was unexpectedly released, the Bears reacted quickly, studied the tape, and made a decisive signing. A similar scenario could unfold at running back. If a quality back becomes available due to a surprise cut or trade request, Chicago could act swiftly again. Instead of chasing a free agent, the front office appears more likely to explore trade options or monitor the waiver wire for a potential addition. The plan seems clear. Evaluate what's currently on the roster during camp and only make a move if the situation demands it. But who could be on the Bears' radar? Here's a breakdown of 10 possible trade targets, grouped into 4 tiers based on talent and fit. Tier 1. High-end starter. The top of the market is thin. Elite backs like Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley are not available. However, one potential high-end option could emerge if his current team situation doesn't improve. James Cook of the Buffalo Bills. Cook, still early in his career, has shown flashes of being a top-tier back. He ranks 10th in all-purpose yards over the last 2 years and has done so with a relatively low number of touches. That means he still has a lot of tread left on the tires. Despite being productive, Cook has reportedly grown frustrated in Buffalo. Contract negotiations appear stalled, and Cook has gone so far as to list his home for sale. While that doesn't guarantee a trade, it signals that tensions could escalate. If Cook holds out into August, especially with training camp underway, the Bills might reconsider their stance. Should negotiations break down further, and if Cook insists on a deal the Bills aren't willing to match, he could become available. For a team like Chicago, which could offer him a fresh start and a central role, this could be a golden opportunity. A contract in the range of $15 million annually over 3 years, with a good portion guaranteed, might be enough to make him happy. From the Bears' perspective, such a move would solidify the backfield and give Caleb Williams a true 3-down weapon. While it's not yet a likely scenario, it's one that bears monitoring closely. Tier 2. Quality starters. If the Bears don't go after a big name like James Cook, they might consider backs who aren't elite but could still start, and upgrade the current group. 2 names stand out: Kenneth Walker III, Seattle Seahawks, and Breece Hall, New York Jets. Hall has been productive when healthy, totaling more than 3,000 all-purpose yards in just 40 games. However, speculation around his future has quieted since the Jets opted not to draft a running back this year. That may suggest they still value him highly, but if Hall becomes unhappy or asks for a trade, things could change. Walker's situation might be more unstable. Seattle has added depth behind him, including Zach Charbonnet and rookie Damian Martinez. With Kenny McIntosh also in the mix, Seattle could consider moving one of its backs if the right offer comes along. Walker, like Hall, is entering the final year of his rookie deal, a time when teams often must decide between extending or trading running backs. Statistically, both Walker and Hall are better than DeAndre Swift in multiple areas, especially between the tackles. They each have the potential to be the power in a 1-2 punch, allowing Swift to thrive as a change of pace pass-catching back. Adding one of these players would give the Bears both depth and versatility, making their offense less predictable and more dangerous. A deal for either back wouldn't likely involve parting with Swift, but would instead complement him. If available, both would be significant upgrades and valuable additions to the roster. Tier 3. Strong rotational options. Fringe starters. This group includes players who can start in a pinch, but are ideally suited as the second option in a backfield committee. For Chicago, any of these players would pair well with Swift and offer a physical counterpart to his elusive style. Tyler Allgeier, Atlanta Falcons. Rushed for over 1,000 yards as a rookie, but has since taken a back seat to Bijan Robinson. In the final year of his deal, allgeier could be available if the Falcons choose to get value now instead of losing him for nothing later. Zach Charbonnet, Seattle Seahawks, has shown flashes of starting talent when Kenneth Walker was injured. He's powerful, physical, and could be moved if Seattle leans toward younger backs like Martinez or McIntosh. Tank Bigsby, Jacksonville Jaguars, quietly productive in 2024 with 700-plus yards at 4.6 yards per carry. Jacksonville's crowded backfield includes Travis Etienne, rookie Braswell Tootin, and LaQuint Allen. Bigsby might be the odd man out despite his strong performance. These three backs are not flashy names but could be perfect fits for what the Bears need. A dependable runner who can handle 10 to 15 carries per game, wear down defenses, and complement Swift's agility. Their potential role in Chicago would be clear. Balance out the offense, especially on short yardage and red zone situations. Tier 4. Rotational depth/training camp competition. Yuck. If Chicago is simply looking for more depth or a veteran to compete with Monangai and Rashawn Johnson, these next few names are worth keeping an eye on. They wouldn't be considered upgrades, but could add experience and reliability to the backfield. Devin Singletary, known for his consistency and versatility. Not flashy but rarely makes mistakes, would be a steady hand in a young running back room. Antonio Gibson offers a nice mix of power and pass-catching ability, has shown starting potential in Washington, but is likely better suited to a backup role. His all-around game could make him a better option than Johnson at this point. Adding one of these players wouldn't change the direction of the franchise, but it could ensure the team isn't left vulnerable if a starter goes down. They would also raise the competition level during training camp, helping push the younger backs to improve quickly. The decision to trade for a running back may not seem like a game-changing move on the surface, but in today's NFL, having a reliable run game is key, especially for a rookie quarterback. Caleb Williams, the presumed starter, will benefit greatly from a strong ground attack that can open up play action and keep pressure off him. Chicago's offensive line has improved, and the passing game has added key pieces, but without a solid, multifaceted run game, the offense risks becoming one-dimensional. DeAndre Swift brings speed and versatility, but he's historically been more effective in a complementary role rather than as a workhorse. That's why finding the right partner in the backfield is so important. If the Bears are aggressive and land someone like James Cook or Kenneth Walker, they immediately become a more complete offense. If they opt for someone like allgeier or Bigsby, they still improve their physicality and depth. Even a smaller move, like acquiring Gibson or Singletary, would show a commitment to surrounding Caleb Williams with capable talent. Chicago is in a pivotal season. The NFC North is competitive, but with the right additions, the Bears could push for a wild card spot and establish a winning foundation for the future. Getting the running back room right is a small but critical step in that journey. As training camp nears and preseason cuts begin, expect the Bears to keep their phones open and eyes sharp. A surprise trade or waiver claim could come at any time, and if it does, it might just be the move that ties their whole offense together.